At the end of every single football season, there are clubs that bask in the glory of trophies, celebrate promotion, and then there are football clubs that have a season to forget with relegation on the horizon. Now, those football clubs are in the mentions for all the wrong reasons. Their season has been deemed a failure, and come the following year, they will not be participating in the top division of professional football. But today, one of those relegated clubs will be in the mentions for all the right reasons. Because at the end of the video, one of them will lift silverware. Today, my friends, the relegated clubs of 2025 compete for a trophy. Welcome back, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're going to have a total of 32 clubs that have been relegated in 2025 play in our Champions League. And the first three that automatically come to mind is Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton, because they had an absolutely miserable season in the Premier League. Maybe they can redeem themselves today. You never know. From Italy, officially relegated from Serie A, it was Empoli, Monza, and Venezia, who I'm actually rocking today. In Germany, the Bundesliga, officially Bochum has been relegated alongside Holstein Kiel. Now, I know that Heidenheim can still possibly get relegated because they are playing in a relegation playoff, but at the time of this recording, that match has not happened yet, so they are not being included. Heidenheim fans, maybe that's a good thing. Off to La Liga we go. UD Las Palmas will not be in La Liga next season. Leganes will not be there either, and unfortunately, it's the same story for R9 and Real Valladolid. They got relegated too. In Ligue 1 in France, Montpellier is down to Ligue 2 for next season. With the historic club of Saint-Etienne also having massive struggles, they're going down. The way that we're treating Heidenheim is the same way we're gonna treat Stade de Rennes, because they're also playing in a relegation playoff, but that match has not happened yet. So just like Heidenheim, Rennes is excluded. From the Dutch Eredivisie in Netherlands, you could say goodbye to Almere City and RKC Waalwijk. KV Kortrijk from Belgium got relegated, with the second club from Belgium also being relegated, Beerschot. Four clubs from the Turkish Super League are officially going down, the first one being Adana Demirspor. Bodrum FK is the next one, Hatayspor is the third one, and Sivasspor is the fourth one. From the Portuguese First Division, you could say bye-bye to Farense and unfortunately Boa Vista. From the Scottish Premiership, only one club had the bad luck. It was St. Johnstone. They're going down. And the same thing in Austria. One club, Austria Klagenfurt. In Denmark, it was two clubs. It was AAB, and there goes Lyngby as well. We need 5 more clubs, and the next 3 will come from Poland, one being Stal Mielec. They got relegated. Can't forget about Slask Wroclaw. They also went down. I butcher this club's name all the time. I actually don't even know how to say it properly. And the third and final Polish club that got relegated, it is Puszcza. The last 2 final clubs will come from the Romanian Super League, the first one being Sepsi OSK. They weren't good enough, down to the second division. And Gloria Buzău will be joining them there as well. Now that we all know the 32 relegated clubs that will be taking part in our relegation Champions League, we gotta seed them all into groups, 8 groups of 4. And today we're actually gonna be using the Magic 8 Ball to give us the groups. So please, lucky Magic 8 Ball, give us the first 4 clubs that are going into Group A, and they are Bochum, Hatayspor, Leicester City, and Las Palmas. A German club, a Turkish club, an English club, and a Spanish club. The first group is complete. Now it's off to Group B. Magic 8 Ball, give us some magic. What do you got for us? RKC Waalwijk, Kortrijk, I misspelt it, Leganes, and Austria Klagenfurt. 2 groups down, 6 more to go. We need 4 relegated clubs for Group C. What do we got here? Stal Mielec from Poland, Ipswich Town, and Southampton, both from the Premier League. And then we got Saint-Etienne from France. I don't know who's getting out, but for sure it's a very difficult group for Stal Mielec. Off to Group D we go. The 4 clubs in Group D: Real Valladolid, R9, Boa Vista, AAB, and another Polish club, the one that I don't know how to say, Slask Wroclaw. I'm gonna say it like that. Halfway done, guys. 4 more groups to go. Let's go to Group E. It is Venezia, Bodrum from Turkey, Gloria Buzău from Romania, and Montpellier from France. Group F awaits us, and Group F looks like this: Puszcza from Poland, Empoli from Serie A, well, Serie B next year, Holstein Kiel from the Bundesliga, but second Bundesliga next year, and Beerschot. Only 2 more groups left to seed. We're off to Group G, and Group G, Monza, St. Johnstone, Farense, Almere City. And our last and final relegation Champions League group, Group H. This is what Group H is. Lyngby, Adana Demirspor, Sivasspor, and Sepsi. Not to be confused with the fizzy drink Pepsi. Let the relegation Champions League begin, guys. I have no idea who is winning it, but one thing is for certain, one of these clubs will come out as champion today. It might be Leicester City, it might be Saint Etienne, maybe it's Boa Vista, I don't know. Maybe it's even Beerschot. So if you're watching on the telly, get your snacks, get your popcorn, and make yourself comfortable. Let's go. The moment you've all been waiting for, all our group stage matches of our relegation Champions League have come to an end. Let's find out who is moving into the round of 16. Two clubs will progress, obviously, and they are Bochum from the Bundesliga and Leicester City. It was a very, very close group. As you can see, 5 points, 4 points, 4 points, and 3 points. But the top two, Bochum and Leicester City, they move on. Leganes was the favorite, and they played like the favorite. They went undefeated, top of the group on 7 points, followed by Austria Klagenfurt on 6 points. Unfortunately, KV Kortrijk and RKC Walwick were just not good enough, only achieving 2 points and 1 point. They're both gone. Group C, we said that Stal Mielec may have a difficult time here, but you know what? They were very, very competitive. They didn't progress. It was Southampton and Saint Etienne, both on 6 points, but Stal Mielec actually finished ahead of Ipswich Town, who had a miserable campaign here. In Group D, R9, something to smile about. Top of the group, Real Valladolid on 5, and Boa Vista from Portugal also on 5. Slask Wroclaw and AAB from Denmark eliminated, guys. Our first shock of the tournament so far comes from Group E, where it was Montpellier that finished on top on 9 points. That's probably not the shock because they are still a Ligue 1 side, some quality there. But the second club, maybe it should have been Venezia from City A, but they only got 1 point. It was Bodrum FK from Turkey on 6 and Gloria Buzău from Romania, also just as bad as Venezia, also 1 point. More shocks in Group F. Holstein Kiel from the Bundesliga on top on 7 points. Empoli was probably the second, if not the strongest side in this group from City A, but Puszcza from Poland finished in second on 5 points. Empoli couldn't win a match, neither could Beerschot. Group G saw Monza finish 3 wins from 3, and then Almere City actually finished in second, outlasting Farense and St. Johnstone from Scotland. And finally, Group H. My goodness, this is... okay. Lyngby first on 4 points, Sivasspor second on 4 points, Sepsi from Romania also on 4 points, and Adana Demirspor fourth place on 4 points. Group H gave me pure Euro 2024 vibes. Remember the group of Romania, Slovakia, Belgium, and Ukraine where they all finished on 4 points? It's the same thing here. So now we're off to the round of 16 where it will be Southampton versus Bodrum FK, Bochum versus Austria Klagenfurt, Holstein Kiel versus Sivasspor from Turkey, Monza will play AS Saint Etienne from France. That is a big one. Lyngby versus Almere City, Leganes versus Boa Vista, Real Valladolid versus Puszcza from Poland, and then Montpellier versus Leicester City, also a large matchup. Let's go. A quarterfinal spot awaits. Southampton versus Bodrum FK. 1 match to get to the last stage. And that spot will go to Southampton narrowly. Like 1-0. Very, very narrowly. Like we said at the beginning, maybe there's something for Southampton here. Bochum versus Austria Klagenfurt. 1 representing Germany, 1 representing Austria for a spot in the last state. And it will be Bochum. All 3 goals were scored in the second half. Bochum took the lead, Austria Klagenfurt equalized, and then Masuras in the 88th minute gave Bochum the W. Round of 16 matchup number 3, yet another side from Germany, Holstein Kiel taking on Sivasspor from Turkey. The winner, there is our first one, our first shock. We said we're gonna have surprises. Sivasspor from Turkey eliminates a Bundesliga side. Holstein Kiel, have a look in the mirror. You probably should have won this one. Monza versus Saint Etienne, no underdogs here. Both clubs are very, very good, and either one can easily progress. But which club will progress? It will not be an Italian side. It will be Saint Etienne. 4 round of 16 matchups down, 4 more round of 16 matchups to go. Next one up, Lyngby versus Almere City. One of them is going to be in the last 8, guys. This is why I love these competitions. Who is progressing here? Who is it? You see? This is why I love these competitions. I love making these types of tournaments. Absolute scene. 7-goal thriller, and it's Almere City. Leganes versus Boa Vista. Leganes looks like they're one of the favorites. They were dominant in the group stage. They look very, very good. Can Boa Vista spoil the party for Leganes? They almost did, but then Miguel for Leganes in the 87th minute. Leganes prevails. They advance. Now, R9 and Real Valladolid did not have a very good campaign in La Liga. This is why they're playing in this competition. But there is a chance for redemption here. They got to get by Puszcza from Poland to get to the quarterfinals of our relegation UCL. Can they do it? Yes, they can. Something to smile about for R9. The final round of 16 matchup, and we're ending the round of 16 in style. A big one. Montpellier, Ligue 1, Leicester City, Premier League. One of them will progress. And the club that progresses, it will be Leicester City. Yeah. 8 teams knocked out, 8 teams left. These are your quarterfinals. Southampton versus Bochum. Premier League versus Bundesliga. Sivasspor from Turkey making a run versus Saint Etienne from France. Almere City also making a run, but they are heavy underdogs against Leganes. And then it is Real Valladolid versus Leicester City. Let's get it poppin'. Every match is getting more and more important as we head deeper into the tournament. Southampton versus Bochum for a spot in the semi-finals. 3-2-1. The club that progresses narrowly again. Southampton 1-0. they keep on squeaking by. Can Sivasspor from Turkey eliminate a French giant, a former French giant? I would say they're not a current French giant, struggling mightily. That's why once again they're in this competition, but I think Sivasspor is still the underdog here. Can they do something? Wow. Wow. I was gonna say, can they do something? And they almost did. But Cardona in the 86th minute puts Saint Etienne into the semi-finals. Definitely an applause-worthy run by Sivasspor, but their journey, it ends here. By the relegation UCL standards, this is a small minnow versus a giant. It is Almere City versus Leganes. Imagine Almere... Listen, if you're an Almere City fan, I want to congratulate you guys. Last 4. How did you get here? All right, only one spot up for grabs in the semifinals, and it will go to either Real Valladolid or Leicester City. 3-2-1, a very close and competitive matchup, an incredible matchup, an incredible scoreline, and Leicester City is eliminated. Jamie Vardy did everything he can. He scored. Mavididi scored as well. It was 4-3, but Real Valladolid with R9 through Amala, they progress and beat Leicester. So in our semifinals, we have 4 clubs from 4 different leagues. We have Southampton. Surprisingly, it's Southampton that remains from the Premier League against Saint Etienne, the only club remaining from France in Ligue 1 that got relegated. And our second semi-final matchup, it is the incredible run by Almere City from the Eredivisie in the Netherlands versus Real Valladolid from La Liga. Southampton has an opportunity to reach the final here, guys, and maybe forget about their terrible Premier League campaign this year, but they have to get by Saint Etienne from Ligue 1. This is a very, very important matchup for both clubs. Who is going to the final? 3, 2, 1. The club that progressed is what? Dude. 3 knockout matches in a row. Southampton wins 1-0. They somehow scraped by to this final. 1-0 in the round of 16, 1-0 in the quarterfinals, 1-0 in the semifinals. Southampton is playing some boring football and it's working. The stage is almost set. We have one finalist, but now we have to find the second one. It is Almere City from the Eredivisie versus Real Valladolid from Spain. A very important match as well. One of them will compete for a trophy. The other one will go home extremely disappointed because they made it this far and just couldn't get to that final stage. Who will it be? 3, 2, 1. It will go to... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolute scenes here. Real Valladolid, how many penalties did you miss? You missed 4 penalties in a row. Oh my goodness, that is unacceptable. We have never seen Almere City in any kind of final on the channel before, ever. And I really don't remember if we had Southampton reach a final before either. But our 2025 Relegation Champions League final, it will be Southampton from the Premier League versus an incredible, miraculous, wonderful journey of Almere City from the Eredivisie. And the leading goal scorer of the competition so far, it is Thomas Robinet from Almere City. He's got 4 goals in 6 appearances. While Cameron Archer and Mateus Fernandes lead the way for Southampton, they both have 3 and 6. The relegation Champions League final, it is between Southampton and Almere City, and my friends, we're here for it. We started with 32 clubs as Southampton kick off in the red and white stripes, and we're down to just 2. Southampton probably one of the more powerful clubs in this competition, so maybe they're expected to get this far. But Almere City, my goodness, what are they doing here? Southampton on the attack. It's been a phenomenal run, but Southampton have Cameron Archer, and he does something absolutely special here in the early stages of the match that sends the sold-out stadium, at least half of the stadium, the Southampton part, into a frenzy. A brilliant shot with his left from outside of the box beats the keeper. 1-0 Southampton. Almere City has not touched the ball, and Cameron Archer in the 6th minute gave Southampton a 1-0 lead here. Akujobi, is there a response from Almere City? I wouldn't count them out just yet, my friends. I really wouldn't. They've gotten this far, so they obviously deserve to be here. Maybe they can make this match competitive. Let's find out. Hansen to Hay. Looks good right now from Almere City. Looks very good. Robinet, the danger man. Stripped off the ball. Southampton recovers. They go back the other way through their main man, Cameron Archer. He'll play a nice ball to Kamaldeen Suleimana. This close to making it 2-0. The ball will go into the box. It's out as far as Stevens. Bednarek down. Stevens from distance. 22 minutes in. They haven't looked out of place. They really haven't. Robinet. Kadile Jr. Oh, that's wide. Kadile Jr. He puts it inches off. How close was it? Yeah, it was close. Southampton survive a scare here in the 25th, and it stays 1-0. Southampton is controlling possession, making quality passes down the right side. There goes Fernandes, a brilliant young talent, but Zakaritas steps in, intercepts for Almere City. They'll retain possession, and maybe they could go forward here. Maybe they could get something before halftime. Robinet, Brim, Canadian, by the way, intercepted. Southampton recover once again. 43 minutes in. Charles Andres Brim. Nice pass to Robinet, the leading goal scorer for Almere City. He pulls some magic. Great ball to Hay. It's a block, and I think Southampton survive yet another scare. The ref will blow his halftime whistle. The Saints have a narrow, slim 1-0 lead going into the second 45. And we have to remember the statistics, my friends, as it is still 1-0. Southampton won 1-0 in the round of 16. Southampton won 1-0 in the quarterfinals. Southampton won 1-0 in the semifinals, and it's 1-0 once again here. Will it remain 1-0? No, it won't! It will not! We jinxed them. we jinxed them. Southampton allows a goal. A very rare occasion through Hansen. A great run in. He wasn't covered. He was left alone. He was not tracked. And the finish is magnificent. The finish is brilliant. The fairy tale wonderful story of Almere City, it continues here. It is a very important equalizer in the 50th by Hansen. And all of a sudden, it is 1-1. Almere City came out flying in the second half. Southampton has been snoozing. Maybe there is a response. Fernandes. Intercepted by Zagaritas. He's been good there. Robinet looking dangerous once again. Robinet pushing the ball forward. Brim out wide to Akujobi. Almere City pressing for another one. There it is. Brilliant save. Oh my goodness. Southampton living on the edge. Oh my, Southampton really living on the edge here. Again! Oh, Ramsdale! Hansen almost had another one, and changes are being made. Manning is off, Dibbling is on. But Almere City do have a corner in the 62nd. In the box it goes. It's not a great ball. Not a great corner whatsoever. Almere City still on the front foot though. The goal scorer, Hansen. Very exciting. He's been very exciting to watch here. Tahiri just gives the ball away. We're gonna have changes, more changes for Southampton. It will be Aribo and a change as well for Almere City. Guillaume will come on for Charles Andres Brim. Aribo on the ball. Downs, back to Aribo. Downs again in the midfield. Out wide, Fernandez, triangles, Downs, Fernandez in some open space. He's gonna be covered by Zagaritas. There he is again. Has he been the player of the game for Almere City? Even though Hansen is the one that scored defensively, Zagaritas has been excellent today. Very, very good. Guillaume, look at Almere City going forward. Oh! If it wasn't for that defensive effort, I think Almere City take the lead. Not much time left to play before we go into extras here. 79 minutes in. It's still 1-1. Almere City trying to survive. Almere City trying to do the unthinkable, the almost impossible. I cannot believe they've reached this final, and they're actually performing very, very well. They're performing like a club that deserves to be here. Archer, 83 minutes. Intercepted. Tahiri. Hey. He's been good in the midfield. Hansen, influential player so far for Almere City, and look at him go. Taking everybody on. Makes a wonderful pass. Robinette, inside. Oh my goodness! We are witnessing the ultimate underdog story, the ultimate fairy tale. Almere City, they come back through Hansen, through Robinette. Aaron Ramsdale is beaten by the substitute Baptiste Guillaume in the 88th, guys. And Southampton has fallen apart. They've fallen apart. They need an equalizer, and they need it now. They have maybe one opportunity. It's Archer and Fernandez. They're trying everything. They're just not pushing as many people forward. That's it. Can you believe what we just saw? Can you believe what we witnessed here? One of the most incredible stories we've ever seen on the channel. Almere City, please take a bow. You have just won yourself a trophy on the channel. The last team in the Netherlands, the last team in the Eredivisie, Almere City. Glory, glory, Almere City. The 2025 Relegation Champions League trophy. It is yours. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. Stay happy, stay healthy. Always keep smiling. This is why we love football. Because of stories like this. Because of clubs like Almere City. How can someone not enjoy scenes like this? If you have any other cool ideas that you'd like to see on the channel, please comment them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Almere City, congratulations. Fully deserving. Unbelievable. Peace, 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 peace. I'm still shocked. Almere City. Peace.